Hello everyone, it's Ali and welcome to today's video. So it's just going to be a quick flip through. I have finished it off camera and I have decided to do what I suggested I may do and leave the second signature naked for whoever gets it to work in. There's some stuff coming along with the journal. I'll show you that in a bit when we've done a little flip through. So it is a hardcover journal. It's Tim Holtz fabric. And we've got some book corners on all four corners. The majority of the things on here, or the only thing that's not Tim Holtz, is the burlap, this December, 'Tis the Season, and the little tree. Everything else is Tim Holtz ephemera. Yeah, just layered up. There's videos, there's a playlist for this journal, and it measures approximately just shy of 7 inches by 8 1/4. Covers all stitched around. Yeah, and then I've closed it. I've put some eyelets and this lovely crinkly seam binding. I thought the green, I couldn't decide whether to do red or green, and I asked my girls and they all said green, so we went with green. Okay, so inside we've got some scrapbook paper down the spine. We've got some different Tim Holtz paper that I've just put down there to reinforce the spine. It's elastic binding. We've got 2 signatures, and in the front we made this pocket from a window envelope, and we made this journal card. Everything here is Tim Holtz papers, ephemera. There's a lot of Tim Holtz. It's an Tim Holtz inspired. There's other bits and pieces, but a lot of it's Tim Holtz ephemera that I had left and I wanted to use. I've still got stuff left, if I'm honest. Again, we've just collaged, and then we've got lovely kit. They are linked where I got them from. I can't remember off the top of my head. And I said that I would glitter. Now, I don't know whether my camera will pick it up, but I've glittered the snowflakes, the little girl's hat, the Christmas tree. I've got some of this fabric. I've just cut scruffy little tabs and used rose gold staples. I've tried to leave a lot of writing space. Just a die cut, some stamping, stenciling rather. Pages are coffee dyed, little die cut there. Here we made a belly band with a little pocket. Journal card in there. Writing page, oh, a little piece of paper from what I've punched. Here we've got just a little tuck. I've tried to stuff it with as much ephemera as I can for you to use. Really nice kits that I chose for this one. Tim Holtz paper, Tim Holtz ephemera, writing space here. These are kit ephemera. I won't take everything out, I'll leave it for you to have a look at. Then we've got just a little piece of Christmas ribbon, another little tab, writing space just with a die cut, a vintage Santa image, piece of ledger. This is from a vintage Christmas magazine, and I can't think, Ideas I think it's called. They're American magazines I bought from Amazon, and it's just a vintage book page. We've got some vintage lined paper that I picked up in a charity shop, another little tab. Here we've got a kit page, left that for you to write on. We've got a little envelope, and there's bits and pieces in there for you to play with. I've just clipped that on there. Everything's removable. You can take out, move round, take out to write on, swap your pages round, do whatever you want with it. Writing space, obviously because it's a December journal, I've tried to leave as much space as I can. Another little tab, die cut, just a piece of faux invoice paper, Tim Holtz die cut, another die cut. We've got some vintage sheet music, there's a little bit of writing, Oh Come All You Faithful. Here is just a faux receipt kind of thing, a little pocket with some, I won't take them all out, it took me ages to get them in. And then I've left writing space. On the back of here we've got Good King Wenceslas. Another kit page I've left for writing on, another little tab. Did I say I've used rose gold staples to do the tabs? Another little die cut grungy page. Yeah, you know what I'm like, I just can't leave a blank page, so I've put a die cut on most of them, to be honest. I meant to put something in there, but I'll leave it for now. Little pocket again with some bits and pieces, another little tab, writing space, Tim Holtz ephemera, writing space, another tab, another kit page, and I hope you can see the glitter on a hat, the poinsettia hat there. I've tried to glitter it up with my sparkle pen. This is another vintage book page from one of their magazines, Family Recipes, Granny's Boiled Christmas Custard. And then we're at the centre of the first signature. Now the way I've bound it, we don't have anything hanging here. I've bound it so that there's no strings there. We've just got the two at the top. So in the centre is the vintage magazine, and then I've just made some pockets, yeah, and just put some bits and pieces in for you to use. And the same with this one. It's there, and then again I've glittered up Tim Holtz die cuts, Tim Holtz die cut, and then we've got the back of the magazine page, another kit page, little side tuck. That's not Tim Holtz, that's one of Tim Holtz's ephemera, as is that one. That's kit ephemera. Again, I've glittered them all up, just a little die cut word, little piece of ephemera. And here I've just put in some of the Tim Holtz Christmas paper dolls. I've just thought it looked nice, mum, dad and the two children. Little bit of a tab, just some die cuts, merry and bright. Here we've got Tim Holtz paper, Tim Holtz die cut, Tim Holtz paper dolls. These are both Tim Holtz as well. Kit page, I've left that. I just thought it was lovely to write on, as is this to write on. These are just stickers. Another sticker, music page. Back of the faux invoice with a tab. Just a little Merry Christmas die cut. Some stenciling. So you can see there's a lot of nice journaling space to make it your own. Back of the kit page, some stenciling. And then that's the other side of the vintage book page. It's a little poem about Christmas Eve. I've left that like that. Lovely image, the faux ledger. Just some writing space. Here is another kit page. I've glittered all that. She is sparkly. You can see it nicely close up. Couple of little tags in there. And then here we've just got a little side tuck. I've just got a piece of Tim Holtz paper left, so I just popped it in there. Little tuck at the bottom, just a little die cut and a tag. Some stenciling. Here we just flick that up. We've got a little pocket. Tim Holtz, that's Tim Holtz die cut. Sorry, journal card. That's a Tim Holtz die cut. I've just popped in there. Thought that looked nice. And then this bit, it just take off the paper clip and it's just pull down writing space. That's it. Just put that paper clip on to keep it together. Here we've just got a coffee dyed page with some stenciling, another little envelope, and again I've put some bits and pieces in there for you. I enjoyed making this one. I found it hard not to over embellish. That's what I'm struggling with. But I thought for Christmas people have a lot to journal, don't they? So, and some people like this one, it's quite big. You could use it for 2 years, this year and next year. You know, use this signature this year and that one next year. Here's just some 3-dimensional die cuts, a little tab. And then that's the back of the first signature, that lovely kit page. So the second signature, like I said, I have left naked. I'll just show you quickly. I'm not sure how many pages we'll count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vintage sheet music 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 pages. So let's just show you quickly. So we've got a kit page. I won't spend too long. Scrapbooking paper, vintage lined paper, kit page. coffee dyed paper for writing. This is from one of the vintage magazines again. It's just a I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day. Coffee dyed, kit page, faux ledger, kit page. This is a colouring book. I've just put a vintage Christmas image in there. Again, kit page, faux invoice that I've grunged up a little bit. Another kit page, some faux ledger, coffee dyed, the other side of the magazine, family recipes, orange sugar cookies, and then the centre is a kit page. Now I've put these on. I don't know whether they'll be everybody's cup of tea. You can always take them off if you don't want them on. It's just some Christmas beads, and then you've got the other side of the papers, and then we've got the back of the journal, which is another collaged envelope, and again everything's Tim Holtz on there apart from the seam binding, collaged onto there, and it's just nice. It's not massive, there's plenty of room to let it grow, and like I said, it just fastens with this. I've left it long, lovely crinkly seam binding. So I've put a few bits together for you to start, you know, your second signature. I'll just put that there for a minute and I'll show you what I've got. So I started off just with some papers. I've just put a little paper clip with a little bead on. These are just some papers I've sorted out. Just some little Christmas papers for you to rip up and collage with, and yeah. Got 2 pieces of vellum. And then we've got these. These are lovely thick papers, these. Really nice. I'm not sure what they measure. 5 by 7. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. They are like sort of vintagey looking, aren't they? 6. And then you've got your 2 pieces of vellum. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. So that's them. I just thought they'd be nice to collage with. Let's just put that on. Okay, and then in the first little bag, and you can use these bags as well, I've put, oops, don't want you to go everywhere. We've got, hang on, let me just get them out. 4 beads, 2 red and 2 green. We've got 2 of these little gold Merry Christmas. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There should be 6 gold beads. Oh, there it is. 6 little gold jingle bells, and 6 red little bells. And then I've just put some scrappy bits in for you to cut up, and yeah, whatever you want to. Put a piece of twine, little piece of Tim Holtz fabric that I had left. Didn't have much of that left. That's Tim Holtz as well. I've put a piece of that in. Piece of ribbon, another piece of ribbon, little piece of coffee dyed lace, a piece of this that I use for my tabs, and then just a piece of glittery burlap. So I've put all them in for you to play with. Just tried to think what I'd used and do little packages, and I've just put them in these bags because they're just nice to pack in. And I've put a little paper clip, and then this one we've got die cuts, I think. Have a look. Yeah, we've got a couple of the 3-dimensional ones. We've got a couple of these. I think these are Rose's Studio. These like oh my goodness, what do we call them? Like foliage die cuts. And then these are just some die cuts left from the kit. Or just die cuts, Christmas ones that I'm not going to use now, that I thought would be nice for you to use. So you've got all them for that second signature, and they're just in that little bag. And like I said, you can use the bags as well in your journal. And then this one, what have we got in here? Oh, these are kit ephemera that's left. We've got all these little words that I've already cut up. There's loads of them there. and then just tags and journal cards. I'm not going to go through them all, I'll save it for a surprise for whoever gets the journal. So you've got all them to play with as well. Okay. And then lastly, we've got a little bag of Tim Holtz ephemera that I have left. This is all his ephemera, Christmas ephemera. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 like little die cut things. I've put in a couple of the Christmas paper dolls. We've got a couple of these little collage cards. We've got some bigger ones, and then we've got that one. So they're all coming along with the journal for you to play with, and that is it. So I think I've given you a bit of a good start with that second signature. Like I said, maybe you'll do it over 2 years, the journal, because it's quite a decent sized journal. So yeah, so that is the goodies. I'll put them in you know, oh my goodness, what do you call it, like a see-through bag, so they don't get damaged. And there's the journal. So we've got the journal and the goodies. Yeah, it is for sale, guys. If you're interested, before I put it in my Etsy, my email's in the description box. Just send me an email and we can chat about it. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the process. I hope I've made the right decision leaving the second signature naked. I'm hoping somebody will enjoy it like that. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I love doing anything like this, collaging, and yeah, especially using Tim Holtz bits. So as always, guys, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch the video and watch the process of me making the journal. And yeah, take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.